Hey guys, welcome back. Today is our Bible reading day, and let's get started. We are on page 27. This is chapter 31 of Genesis, verses 22 through 42. This is called Laban Overtakes Jacob. On the third day, Laban was told that Jacob had fled. So he took his kinsfolk with him and pursued him for 7 days until he caught up with him in the hill country of Gilead. But God came to Laban the Aramean in a dream by night, and said to him, "Take heed that you may not a word to Jacob, neither good or bad." Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the hill country, and Laban with his kinsfolk camped in the hill country of Gilead. Laban said to Jacob, "What have you done? You have deceived me, and carried away my daughters like captives with the sword. Why did you flee secretly and deceive me and not tell me? I would have sent you away with mirth and songs with tambourine and lyre. And why did you not permit me to kiss my sons and my daughters farewell? What you have done is foolish. It is in my power to do you harm. But the God of your father spoke to me last night, saying, 'Take heed that you speak to Jacob neither good nor bad.' Even though you had to go because you longed greatly for your father's house, why did you steal my gods? Jacob answered Laban, 'Because I was afraid, for I thought that you would take your daughters from me by force. But anyone with whom you find your gods shall not live. In the presence of your kinsfolk, point out what I have that is yours, and take it.' Now Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen the gods. So Laban went to Jacob's tent, and into Leah's tent, and into the tent of the two maids, but he did not find them. And he went out of Leah's tent and entered Rachel's. Now Rachel had taken the household gods and put them in the camel's saddle and sat on them. Laban felt all about in the tent, but did not find them. And she said to her father, 'Let not my lord be angry that I cannot rise before you, for the way of women is upon me.' So he searched, but did not find the household gods. Then Jacob became angry and upbraided Laban. Jacob said to Laban, 'What is my offense? What is my sin that you have hotly pursued me? Although you have felt about through all my goods, what have you found of all your household goods? Set it here before my kinsfolk and your kinsfolk, so that they may decide between us two. These 20 years I have been with you. Your ewes and your female goats have not miscarried, and I have not eaten the rams of your flocks. That which was torn by wild beasts I did not bring to you. I bore the loss of it myself. Of my hand you required it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. It was like this with me. By day the heat consumed me, and the cold by night, and my sleep fled from my eyes. These 20 years I have been in your house. I served you 14 years of your 2 daughters, and 6 years for your flock, and you have changed my wages 10 times. If the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac had not been on my side, surely now you would have sent me away empty-handed. God saw my affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked you last night." Okay, so this story is basically telling us about the last couple of stories of Jacob taking the flock and the daughters and all those things, and Laban, who he stole from kind of, but not really, from the last ones, gets back there and says all these things and says, "For God let you take these things by steal or by trickery or whatever," because he did trick him, and God let that basically happen. But now God is now letting Laban take it all back and taking more of it back for himself and not letting Jacob have anything anymore. So maybe that's the moral of the story. Maybe the story is, maybe you get a good reward in the beginning, but over time it's gonna kick you a lot harder back. So like maybe you get a lot of it, and then you lose it all and even more, and you don't gain anything for a while. So take that with relationships, take that with family, take that with school, take that with money, take that with any kind of environment, situation, relationship, whatever. Maybe you think about that and see how that affects your lives, and think about your decisions before you make them. Of course, we're human, but think about those decisions more before you decide to take or say something you don't mean, or try to do something that isn't really you. So always try to be kind and grateful, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another Bible reading.